What's up all you Batman loving dudes and dudettes, ToyShiz here, and I'm back yet again to give you guys another fresh look, and this time it comes courtesy of my friends over at McFarlane Toys, and today we're totally checking out their brand new, no we already did Azrael, move on to the next one, it's a great figure, check out that video as well. We are taking a look at the Joker from Batman the White Knight, aka Jack Napier. This is more of a Jack Napier figure, and I really like that. Sure, we have elements of the Joker, but if you have read the Sean Gordon Murphy comic book, Batman White Knight, you'll know that it deals heavily with more of Jack Napier's side of his psyche than it is the Joker. However, spoilers, the Joker will eventually show up, just FYI. This is the barcode if you want to go ahead and screen grab it, and like I said, if you look at the sculpts on these as we continue in this video, they mimicked Sean Gordon Murphy's artwork perfectly, like absolutely perfectly. They couldn't have done a better job, especially on the Jack Napier head. It's the lines and everything of the color, the really muted type color that he uses. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a nice hot cup of coffee. This is the brand new McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Batman the White Knight, Jack Napier, aka the Joker. And here's Gotham's White Knight out of the packaging, and as you can see, he's looking every bit as spiffy as the artwork from whence he came. And this was also sculpted up by Losha Locomotive on Instagram. Go and check out his work. I'll have a description link down below. Check him out. Look at his other stuff he's got coming for DC Multiverse. It's quite astounding. Comes with a collector card, of course. If you want to go ahead and screen grab this, you get all the deets on this particular Joker. And then this Joker also comes with an extra head Joker, Jack Napier, and then his long gun that's fairly reminiscent of the Tim Burton Batman Joker, that from whence I always see that I immediately think of. But look at the details on this. Just look at the slick back hair, the nose. It mimics the artwork perfectly. And when you can capture that from page to a 3D fully rendered model, that is amazing. Napier right there on the vest, the Gotham City badge, GTO, the little communicators, the wires, the pouches that'll make Rob Liefeld go like, wow, I need this figure. Right down to his boots, his shoes, toe joints, all that. I mean, you couldn't ask. And when I show off the articulation, that is where this figure really, really shines. Because if I'm being 100% honest with you, with the design of the character, it makes for kind of a boring figure. Let's say that. I mean, look at the back though. I mean, look at all the details, the little, wire and everything else. They nailed it. They even have a little crease in his pants right there on his butt. Check that out. That's kind of cool. But I'm talking about in terms of Jack Napier in this particular costume. It's more towards the end of the entire series, first series of Batman the White Knight. But as you can see, he starts to slowly morph, and as the series continues, just in getting him in these crouching positions, all the articulation that they have improved on, and then voila, you're left with the Joker. The clown prince of crime finally rears his ugly head to sort of save the day at the end of the day. I won't spoil it for you, but we know who the real savior of Gotham was in this particular story, and hopefully they get a figure as well. But if you just look in terms of, it's a very different Joker. And what I meant by like a boring sort of thing is that I'm not too keen on getting a Joker, I guess, in this look, but I don't have this look. And that's why I think it makes it very unique to have. With his long gun, with his long pistol, he holds it well. He holds it very well in this particular hand. You can put it in the other one, but I don't think it fits as perfectly as that. You can cock his head to the side. It's just a very cool figure, and it makes a fun figure out of a kind of like okay, that's his costume. You know what I mean? Like everyone usually prefers the purple. But in terms of looking at the articulation, and then also, I mean, look at the painted details, the lines, the wash on this guy, the sleeves. They absolutely, I really like what's going on in the back. It's just very, very cool to see that type of the flak jacket. I love the wash in his hair, his smile, the nose, the teeth, everything, again, just like Azrael, excellently painted, just perfectly. The gun, I think, could have used a little bit of a wash. You can, I mean, like I said, he holds it perfectly. You can take it out, and if you put it in this hand, which I'll show you, it's just that the fingers are not as spread apart as the other hand, so, have him holding something else, Dynamite or Harley's hand, something like that. But the articulation on this guy, he can look up. If you're not going to break this, which is nice. He looks down, he looks up, he goes side to side. It's a very sturdy figure. Not at one point did I think anything was going to go, but his ab crunch and the hidden joints within this soft rubber material right here works really well, and it ratchets really well. And he goes side to side. He also goes like swivels and goes side to side, which is cool. His arms go up this high. He's got double jointed elbows, which work really well. I think the one thing I'm not too keen on is the ball jointed wrists again. I think if anything, McFarlane just has to work on that. Some figures hide it. This one, it hides it, but you can still see it, especially in the ankles. I mean, just look at the sheer articulation you can get out of his legs, double jointed knees, toes. It still has the pin right there. Wrong colored pin. I'll be on you guys forever about that. But I mean, like, he's just getting in all kinds of yoga poses. And I love that he rocks side to side and it ratchets as you go. So you're not going to break this thing. I had no problems with it. It's a solid figure. The joints were all slick. Nothing was loose on him. So I think you're definitely going to like this in terms of looking for more articulation from McFarlane. If you want to swap the heads, it's a breeze. They are very tight on either side. But I love the Jack Napier head more than the Joker. I really do. I mean, they're both fantastic heads, but I don't have a Napier head. And in terms of the story and the figures, it fits well. But if you have the Arkham Joker, check this out, right? This actually looks really, really good. I think the head, the other one was a little bit too big in some instances. I think it was more the hair, but that one fits beautifully. So you could have a really cool looking Joker. You could have it in the midst of like the White Knight storyline. You got Jack Napier. It's a solid figure. Azrael, we already looked at him. He fits in nicely as far as height goes. He's a little bit taller than Napier. I'll have the link in the description below if you want to check out this figure as well. But I think they're getting on the right track in terms of if you're going to do storylines, you got to have the height correct. You know what I mean? Like DC Comics, whatever kind of brand that you're kind of doing within DC Comics, I think the height, for me, is very important. But these two go together well. Batman's a little bit taller than Jack Napier, and I think that works excellent. So, and in case you were wondering how he fits with Marvel Legends figures, because I know a lot of people like to see that, he's still a little bit too tall. All in all, I do recommend this guy. I kind of was like thinking, all right, so this is the figure out of the three that I'm like, okay, which Batman is coming up. I can't wait to get into that one. But comment below, let me know, and let's talk everything Batman the White Knight. I love the Napier head. I think that's great. The eyes, they got the two-tone, different colored eyes on this guy. It fits the comic beautifully, and I'm astounded at how much more I like this figure after getting it out and playing with it and going like, yeah, this is a totally different figure than I've ever had in terms of having a Joker figure that's really Jack Napier. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, remember, McFarlane Toys, if you're listening, every Joker needs his Harley, and every Neo Joker, I guess, needs his Harley too. And when you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.